Hi guys, what's up? So I've been doing a lot of vlogs, so I thought I would do kind of a different video. And I've seen some of my favorite book YouTubers do this video. So I've seen Haley Pham do it, who is one of my absolute faves. I think she's done it several times actually. But basically that is where you replace your screen time with reading. So I'm actually modifying this challenge a little bit because my average screen time is usually about 7 hours. And while I would love to read for 7 hours straight, I'm a college student. I got classes, I got homework. I don't have time to sit and read for 7 hours straight. So I'm amending it where basically my social section, you know how like the screen time is separated into like 3 sections. There's like entertainment, I think business, and then social. So I'm taking the amount of time I spend on social media, so that would be like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, all that stuff, and I'm using that time to read instead, because I feel like social media is what I use my phone for most anyway. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm so nervous, so I'm going to be doing it all week. So I basically am going to be checking my screen time from the previous week. So last Sunday, my social media screen time was 3 hours and 47 minutes, which means today I'm going to be reading for 3 hours and 47 minutes. There are 2 books that I really want to finish or get almost all the way finished for this challenge. So I'm currently doing a reread of my favorite book, Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, and I'm annotating it. And right now I am on page 44. So I'm not that far into it. So I'm hoping to finish that either today or tomorrow. And then no pun intended. And then I'm going to start Ryan's book club book, which is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. And I'm hoping to get a decent amount through this throughout the week. So these are the 2 books that I'm hoping to get finished. If in a perfect world I do get those finished, then I don't know what I'm gonna pick up. I might pick up another thriller, or I might start the next cycle of book club books. We shall see. Alrighty, so I've been using this highlighter that I borrowed from Ryan, and I actually really like it. It's very clear. Let me see if I can find an example. Yeah, see, look at that. It's like it shows up really well, and then it doesn't bleed through. Well, it bleeds through a little bit, but not like really bad. And then these are the different tab colors that I'm using. I'm kind of alternating between some. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. It is currently 12:44 and I have 3 hours and 47 minutes on the clock, and I will update you at halfway marks. All right, I'm on page 150, so I read about 100 pages in an hour. I'm taking a quick 10-minute break to get some water. I'm really thirsty. But yeah, it's going good. If I'm averaging about 100 pages an hour, then I definitely think I'm gonna finish Today, Tonight, Tomorrow today. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to I'm Glad My Mom Died, but hopefully I can start it tomorrow. We did it. We got to the part that always makes me cry. The freaking yearbook scene. This is now number 4 in the times that I've cried, and I'm on page 320. I'm a mess right now. Oh my god. Anyway, that's the update. Alrighty. I finished Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, and I cried a total of 5 times. And I think this is like my 5th time rereading it. It might be my 4th, but I cry every single time. But it is basically 3:30 now, and I have an hour and 16 minutes left of the challenge for today, but I am going to stop because I have to leave for church in a little bit here. I have to leave by 4:30, so I have to be ready to go by 4:15. So I think I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes just kind of getting ready. And then when I get back from church, I will start I'm Glad My Mom Died and read that for the last hour and 16 minutes. But as always, I love this book. Please go read it. It's now annotated. I love it. All right, I'm back. It is 8:05. I'm going to finish my challenge at probably sometime around 9:20 today. And I'm really excited to start a new book. Alrighty, we have a little less than an hour to go. I'm currently on page 17. I really like this book. I'm not a nonfiction girly by any means, but I love the voice of this book. And I also love how just like vivid the memories are. Like I just feel like I'm there and I'm feeling the same emotions that she is. I don't know if she got a ghostwriter to write this or she wrote it herself, but either way, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Hey guys, it is day 2 of the challenge. I got a lot of reading done yesterday. Sorry, ignore my messy room. Today I spent 3 hours and 10 minutes on social media last Monday. And I actually have a reading assignment for one of my classes. And so I'm going to count that as reading because I technically am reading. So I'm going to do that reading assignment. And then if I have time, I'm going to keep reading. I'm glad my mom died. So yes, let's get started with the challenge. Guys, the play that I read was so sad. Oh my gosh. So it's theater for youth. But the past we've read 3 plays and 2 of them have been so devastatingly sad. And I'm just like, these are supposed to be youth plays and they're so sad, but it was really, really beautiful. I did enjoy it a lot. Now I'm moved on to the Jeanette McCurdy book. I can already tell that this is going to be one of my favorite books of 2023 because I'm loving it. Like I keep thinking about it like all day. Last night when I couldn't sleep, I was thinking about it. This morning I was thinking about it. Like it's a great book, guys. Okay, these are my 2 options. I want to read a thriller because it's October and it's like creepy. So I either want to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden or Charlotte Iles is Not a Detective by Katie Siegel. I feel like this one is more of like a mystery comedy than it is an actual thriller. So I might read this. I don't know. But I also really, really want to borrow Ryan's Ballad of Songbird and Snakes copy because that movie is coming out really, really soon. But I don't know. Let's get back to reading. Alrighty, so I have about 45 minutes of reading left. I know I haven't showed a lot of like clips of me actually reading in this vlog. I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I can't really get a good angle from where I sit to read, but I've decided to start The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I've heard so many good things about Frida McFadden. I actually just checked out an audiobook by her for the drive home from fall break, which that's gonna happen on Sunday, and so I am going to probably end the challenge on Saturday just because of that. But I do count the audiobook as reading, so I think I'm gonna still complete the challenge on Sunday, just not film it because I have to like upload video, but I'll be driving home and stuff and it just gets very complex. But I checked out a different book on audiobook, but this is like the one that everyone talks about, so I'm kind of excited to start it. It's October, it's spooky season, so I wanted to start a thriller. So let's go ahead and read this. So I did a little oopsie and I accidentally read the entirety of The Housemaid. Okay, so I was on page like 70 when the timer went off, but this book was so good. I was hooked. So I read the entire book. It is now 10:30. In this challenge so far, in 2 days, I have finished 3 books. That is literally insane. But this book, go read it, like right now. It is so freaking good. I thought I had the whole thing like predicted. No. It keeps you guessing. It keeps you on your toes. You will not predict this plot twist. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And the ending, so perfect, so perfect. Hey guys, what is up? I'm about to start my reading. It is 6:30. I've had a very productive day of homework because I had the day off from classes due to a faculty retreat. I know, shocking. I wanted to read all day, but instead I just did homework. But I am going to be starting the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Because the movie's coming out really soon and I'm reading a bunch of stuff that just have projects coming out soon. So I just read All the Light We Cannot See. So this is what I'm going to be starting, and I feel like this is something that's going to take me a few days. So today I'm scheduled to read for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So let's get started. Update time. I am about an hour in. I have an hour left and I've read 135 pages. I really like it so far. I'm definitely confused, but I think it's justified that I'm confused because, like, this is a prequel, so like a lot of the stuff is very different from the trilogy. Like the Hunger Games are being treated very, very differently. It's kind of more of like a newer thing. Same with the mentors. The mentors are not previous winners. They're just some kids from the capital. So that's different. But I think like my questions are gonna be answered. Like it's not stuff that's gonna go unanswered, but I really like it. I love Suzanne Collins's writing. The writing was part of the reason why I loved the Hunger Games book so much, and the world building. The world building is equally as good in this book. I feel like we get a lot more capital world building, which I really like, and like the hierarchy amongst the capital, which I also find really interesting. And it's really weird because I find myself sympathizing with Snow, which is so weird because like he's the villain in the first book, or not in the first book, in the first trilogy. And so it's kind of weird to like see him in a different light. But I am liking it. I have a lot of thoughts about it, and I don't know what I would rate it yet, but I do like it. Welcome to day 4. So today I'm supposed to read for 4 hours and 31 minutes, which is the longest time that I've ever read this week, but that's okay. I kind of have a busy evening, but I'm hoping to get a lot read. So I have about 2 hours to my next class, so I'm going to use that time to read. All right, I have about 3 hours left. It is 9 p.m., which means I'm in for a late night, but that's okay. And I am pretty confident that I'm going to finish this book. So that's good. It's great so far, and I don't know what to start next. Everyone, welcome back to another day of the challenge. Today I'm set to read for 2 hours and 27 minutes, and I'm starting a new book called The Woman Who Walked Into Doors by Roddy Doyle. This was actually a graduation gift from my dad, so I've been meaning to read it for 2 years and have not gotten around to it, but it's a pretty short read, so I'm going to read it as a buffer between book club books because some people in my book club are still finishing up the last book from this round, so I want to give them some time, so I'm reading this as a buffer. And then the first book in our next round is Loveless by Alice Oseman, so I hope to maybe start that this week, but I'm realistically thinking that we're probably not going to start until we all come back from fall break. All right, I'm stopping for the night. I am almost 50% of the way through. I don't know how to feel because like I'm kind of invested, but at the same time it's very rambly, but I think that's just her character. So it's basically about this woman whose husband has just recently passed away, and she had a very complicated relationship with her husband, and she's also dealing with an addiction to alcohol, and so she's trying to like deal with the loss of her husband, raise her children, and kind of fight her addiction on her own. So it's a very like deep and emotional story. I just feel like not a lot is really happening, which is why I'm like, I like it, but I also don't. So I feel like right now it's a solid like 3 stars, but my dad did say that the ending is very sad. So maybe the sad ending will boot it up a little bit for me, but I am stopping for the night. Okay, hi. It is currently Friday. I have had a whirlwind day and have not had time to read. Also, tomorrow is equally going to be crazy because I'm leaving, so I have like packing and stuff to do. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm basically going to read as much as I can. I'm going to combine the times for today and tomorrow, which total to about 4.5 hours. So I'm going to read as much as I can tonight, go to sleep, read as much as I can tomorrow. And if I don't finish, I don't finish. I also have an audiobook to listen to in the car, which definitely does count as reading. So, and it's about a 2-hour drive. So I am going to get 2 hours in on Sunday. So yeah, Today's just been crazy. I just got back from an improv show and it's like 8 p.m. and I'm really tired from work. But I'm still gonna read. I'm hoping to finish my book today and maybe start a new one, question mark. Okay, challenge recap. I finished 5 books. I finished Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I'm Glad My Mom Died. The Housemaid. The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, and The Woman Who Walked into Doors, totaling in 5.